9 etiquette tips to handle awkward situations. You've probably had someone ask you something that is none of their business, leaving you wondering why they need to know. There's always someone who thinks it's his or her right to know your private or personal business, and they'll ask you. The instant you hit send, you discover that your message went to the wrong person. Now it's time for damage control. First, try to find a way to unsend, but that doesn't always work. It's always a good idea to be where you're supposed to be at the designated time. However, there are occasions when you may be running late. The best thing is to apologize and do whatever you have to do to catch up on what you missed. You're sitting across the table with the man or woman of your dreams, and someone at the door of the restaurant catches your eye. As soon as you glance up, your heart falls when you realize your ex has just arrived. You want to crawl under the table, hoping you won't be seen. However, that's not a good solution. Flirty bosses can make your job unbearable, so it's best to nip that situation in the bud immediately. Let him or her know that this kind of behavior makes you uncomfortable and you would like for it to stop. If the person continues, you have 3 choices: tell your boss's supervisor, live with it, or quit your job. The discomfort of spotting one of your married coworkers engaging in inappropriate behavior with someone else in the office can be overwhelming. If this happens to you, leave the scene and give one of the people an opportunity to explain later. You may have misunderstood what was happening, but if your first hunch was correct, resist the urge to comment. Don't gossip about an office romance with others either, because often the messenger winds up in more trouble than the ones who commit the infraction. If you encounter someone whose name you should remember but don't, extend your hand and say, "Hi, I'm not sure if you remember me, but I'm Jane Miller from accounting." The other person will probably take the hint and do the same. If not, continue chatting with the hope that something will trigger your memory. You can also try honesty by saying that you are terrible with names. Most people are understanding and won't be offended. Almost everyone has stuck a foot in the mouth at least once in his or her life. When this happens to you, take a moment to recover and come back with something flattering. For example, if you ask a friend when her baby is due, and she lets you know she's not pregnant, say, "Oh, but you're glowing. Something wonderful must be happening in your life, and I'd love to hear about it." Then make it a point to avoid saying anything rude in the future. Someone you know has asked you for money, but you have a rule to never lend money to a friend or coworker. Simply state your policy, and if possible, offer a small cash gift. If you don't have extra money to give, offer something else, like an alternative to borrowing money. You may even know of a lending institution that you can recommend. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.